her like snapping too.
Yeah,
when she was not smiling is when she goes after they take her on the wagon ride.
Yeah,
and she hears the moaning coming
Rock
from the
me,
house.
mama on the wagon.
And she goes over and sees what happens, and she vomits and she starts crying. And then all the girls like gather around her, and they're all like shaking with her,
yeah, like one
and like
an
screaming,
organism.
crying. And that's the other like, the choreography and like that shit was so impressive.
Right.
But like,
And it was done so well too, because like that could easily have been a scene, where it totally could have a different take, where it could have just been like uncomfortable and weird, and like been like, why do they do that? And it's cool that like the way that it was directed, it looked like it was supposed to be there. It was natural. It was like it was a cool addition to that, like where she is a part of this cult, you know, and it's all the girls accepting her as the May Queen, and they're like, we are a part of her. She's a part of us.
Has a family. Yeah, no, exactly. They're in it together.
They're all one, which I think is cool.
That was kind of
like when the old guy,
lining.
when the old guy jumps off the cliff and his legs are all broken and they're all screaming.
Yeah, they're all screaming, and which is cool too, because it brings up to your point where the woman falls off. And you said it looks just like her. It shows that, like, even though they're dead, I feel like this, like, and that's probably why they know Danny is coming or going to be the May Queen, because I feel like it's all just a repetitive cycle, you know?
You know how else it was? They definitely had it planned, like, so far in ahead.
Mm-hmm.
When Christian's talking to the older lady before he, like, mates, he's like, are you sure? And she's like, yes, of course, you guys are perfect astrological matches.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Exactly. I wonder, so...
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
More on the mating scene. One, I love how, like, at a random part in it, while he's, like, balls deep, they just they just pan over to Ruben, and he's like, let me get some of my cousin's titties.
Yep.
He's like, why aren't you sharing, man? Come on. And
that
then
is hysterical.
And then what if, like, Christian, just when he was almost done, just, like, pulled out.
Okay, I can't do
Walked
this.
away.
And just, like, nutted on her face or something. And everyone was just like, what? They'd probably kill him.
Oh, they
Yeah.
probably... I mean, they did anyways, but it probably would have been...
That whole the whole setup would be for nothing. He just walks away, runs into the woods, runs home.
Honestly, I think it would be really cool, and they probably won't. It's, like, not the point of the movie at all, but... It'd be cool now if they did, like, a sequel to Midsommar, where it was Danny as the May Queen, like, just living there, and Christian's kid with the redheaded girl. And they show, like, the progression of what happens there.
God.
It'd be kind of neat.
And they bring in a new crop.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just, like, it is so strange, because, like, I feel like, yeah, she found her family, but I feel like Danny, like... I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Maybe she is at peace, but it doesn't seem like she's really at peace at the end.
Low key,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
this movie, it was kind of just a giant... this kind of looking at it in a comical way, but this kind of whole movie was a big feminist statement. Like, he treated her like shit. He cheats on her. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna be happy, like girl power kind of thing. She smiles at the end, all happy.
And that's how like so many critics like took it, and all the rave reviews were like that.
Is that actually what it was?
Well, that's what like so many people were saying, but
Feminist like power.
I don't
That's
think it was
interesting.
supposed to be like that,
yeah,
though.
no, that
was way more deep than that.
That
I think.
video by Acolytes of a Horror that I was watching was like, yeah, there's that, but at the same time, it's really not that, because it was more like she was just so fully they got her so well into the cult at the end that like she didn't even know.
Right. Yeah.
What was like
it must have been an allegory to how people get like sucked into.
Yeah. No, and that's like the point of
honestly,
it.
I think
The movie. It's
like
the people of Harga use the cult tactics, and Ari Aster in directing the movie uses cult tactics to get the viewer.
Also, kind of
while you're watching Danny get got by the cult.
Kind of similar to how like there's like even like in politics in America, like if you are kind of a lonely person. And like you have no family, like you're gonna get sucked into like these political, like these political extremist groups.
Yeah.
Same way as like people get sucked in like ISIS and stuff.
Yeah.
They have same idea. I feel like because they have no family, very vulnerable, and like these cults and these organizations prey on these people who are just weak.
They're like, hey, yeah, we need you, we want you.
Yeah, and like they suck them
Come
in.
here.
I feel like
Come
they have a
over
home or a place that they belong finally.
Yeah, you
and that's
belong
when they get
here.
you. Yeah,
And that's like a lot of bad stuff happens. They can take advantage of you at that point.
You. Pelly the whole time being like, Danny, like I lost my parents too.
Right.
No, we're just like you. Come
He was
on.
also like very pushy. I'm surprised that like she was like with that because like he was like low key forcing it. Like I don't know, like he like made so many hints that he liked her throughout the movie, and like she was like clearly had a boyfriend, and then for her to just like make out with him at that scene. I mean, she is on shrooms at that point, I guess, so she's not really like thinking like maybe clear headed, but I don't know. I think that was just an interesting, maybe like somewhat forced relationship in the movie.
Yeah.
I could have seen them just
Yeah.
being like friends. I didn't need to like take it to that
know,
level, I guess.
I thought one thing I watched this movie is they, same thing with the other movie we watched, Hereditary. Ari Aster is really bad at setting up organic relationships. All his relationships
Yes.
seem very just like not real.
They're like forced on. Like he just like pushes these
Like,
two people into like
in
that
reality,
scenario.
that group of friends, I don't think they'd be friends. Like they were so different from each other. I thought.
Also,
It was
yeah,
a- it
they
was a
like
poorly
there's like
made
no
friend
mutual
group.
respect amongst the group. I feel
Yeah,
like.
none at all. None whatsoever. Pele disrespects Christian by taking his girl.
Right.
Christian disrespects everyone by bringing the friend to the group to their little thing. Yeah, Christian disrespects Josh. Does Josh
Honestly, Josh is like the only one that's like
But
kind of like
he's too
neutral.
He's too proud of his
same with
shit.
Mark.
Yeah.
What did Mark do wrong though?
Mark's just an
Mark-
ass.
yeah, Mark's
yeah,
just
he's just
an
sarcastic ass, but just a weird group of friends.
You know what? I will
and-
give you this point though. Mark is the only one that's just like genuine about who he is.
Yeah.
You know exactly who he is from the start.
He's not fake.
He's not fake at
yeah.
all. Yeah.
He's just an ass.
So moral of the story is like you still will die, but at least you can take the fact that he was a real person to the end.
Yeah, one thing I thought, real quick, I'm not sure. I kind of show you guys down when you guys talking about Hereditary, but if you do watch Hereditary, if you didn't watch it yet, skip ahead in like 30 seconds. But I thought Hereditary there was a big thing of like imminent damage. Like it was gonna like, imminent. What's the word? Imminent like
Danger.
imminent, like horror.
Yeah.
I feel like in this movie it was not like that. Like they could have left, but they didn't.
You know what's really funny too?
I mean, I guess they tried, but they could have left earlier as soon as the people fell from the cliff.
I kind of feel like
Yeah.
the last 3 A24 movies.
Other one.
So we have Hereditary, is an A24 movie. We have Midsommar, which is A24. Also, Uncut Gems, A24 movie. If you guys haven't seen Uncut Gems,
Great movie.
great movie.
Mid 90s.
Mid 90s was the
A24.
one I was gonna bring up.
That's one
so
of my favorite.
I love that movie. Also, so Jonah Hill directs that movie. Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at mid 90s without getting too deep into Hereditary and Midsommar or Summer, they all kind of follow the broken family dynamic. If you notice all three of those movies, which is kind of interesting among that production studio,
Yeah.
how that happens, or entertainment company. But
Or
yeah,
just sad people working there.
I mean they're
Bad
good though. I will
childhoods.
say they're the only entertainment company that is producing movies right now that is genuinely they're all good and they're all like deep. I don't know. I fuck with A24 a lot.
Me
I think they're
too.
great.
All right. So should we start to wrap it up and bring it to the closing ceremony
I'm with that. Let's
of
do
the
it.
Midsummer Festival? When they wake Christian up, the lady, and she's like, "Hey, Christian, it's okay. You won't be able to speak or move at all. So just like, enjoy the magic. Watch the show."
Oh, that's also so unsettling, that scene. I
Yeah.
mean,
They just got him sitting there. Danny's covered in the flowers.
Yeah.
She's Jabba the Flower Hut.
Yeah.
also to that scene too, like, it's interesting too, because I think that like, I don't know if they were going for this either, but it seems like that trip that she was in from the dance has
Yeah.
like permanently stuck. Because if you look at the flowers on her dress, they're still breathing, like when she was doing the dance or after the
Yeah.
dance, which is I know it's all the same day, but it kind of seems like now that's like her like vibe that's going on, kind of, which is interesting.
Yeah, the final scene was pretty funny. They had like the NBA draft
Yeah.
lottery balls.
Yep.
So random,
What-
some ancient tradition.
He blows the horn. He goes, "Honorable Torbjorn, please step forward."
yeah. Oh, that's why the guy died.
Yeah.
So like, he didn't know he was gonna die. I don't think the guy who trying to hit on that Simon's girlfriend.
See, I don't know though, because like Steve was saying, it
No,
could
they
be.
they said that because
Yeah.
he brought the flesh.
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
other people that died because of sacrifice.
I think
I'm
it's
so
also
glad I'm not
because-
part of this time. That would be horrible.
I think it's
Well,
also
those-
because too, like,
It's like
the girl didn't become the May Queen that he brought.
Yeah.
Maybe.
imagine if it was like your
Perhaps.
civil duty. It's like you get jury. It's like, oh, I got like sacrifice duty. I got to.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that
Basically.
sucks.
I was gonna bring that
It-
up to you guys.
it
How
reminds
weird
me-
is that?
It reminds me of
Yeah.
Get Out, how the son and the daughter have to go out into the world and recruit like black people to bring back
Right.
to the house for that.
Really?
What was the project
spooky.
called? I don't remember.
I haven't seen that movie in a minute, dude. But that was also one of those movies that was like so unsettling, and you follow the whole plot line,
Deeply unsettling.
and like for the first half of that movie for sure, you don't even know what's about to happen, and then like when shit starts going down, shit starts going down.
When he takes the picture.
Yeah, well, yep. That's when you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we're almost approaching an hour though, so maybe wrap us up. Final thoughts, maybe.
So, question for you guys.
Yes.
They said he couldn't speak or couldn't move. Do you think Christian felt the flames when he was in the bear?
Yes. You know,
that sucks.
Random thought, but not random.
Yeah.
In the United States, not sacrifice when they execute people, they can't move because it makes they give them a drug that makes them feel like they can't move, but they can still feel. And the reason they give them that drug that makes them not move is because the people watching, it's less horrifying to watch.
Oh my!
But
gosh.
Internally, the people who get
Way more
executed,
terrifying.
they're just sitting there and they're suffocating because they can't move their heart that much. They're just suffocating.
Oh my gosh! I did not know that.
That's
So
terrible.
very
horrifying.
similar to that. Very similar to that.
Jeez. Wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Whew. But Steve, to your point, wow, I really did not know that. That was horrifying. But to your point, he definitely could feel it because the two sacrifices that go in there, they go, take this drink or take this leave or whatever. The you, yeah, and it'll help you go on to the afterlife, and you won't feel anything. And they're still screaming in there after you hear them screaming.
Lies.
So for them to feel it,
you think at the very end they were like, what is this shit? I don't believe in any of this.
yeah,
right before
literally.
they burned to death.
Also, I feel like definitely, I don't think they had a better death, but also, could we also quickly touch on Simon wasn't dead. His lungs were still inflating and deflating inside the chicken coop.
Yes.
Which is
didn't care.
terrible.
Yes.
But
I think by that point he was dead, though.
Yeah, okay. But yeah.
They looked more like stuffed dolls than people.
But I will say just quickly, Mark, I feel like, because he's in there in the Jester's outfit, I think had a better death than the two volunteers. At least he was dead before the fire went out.
Morbid
know
question.
how
Let's
he
rank
died,
the deaths in this scene. Okay, we're gonna. So, Simon's death. Okay, that's one death.
Yep.
The guy he was like held up like a.
It's the
on
Iron
his
Cross.
wings.
The Iron Cross.
Iron
Yeah.
Cross.
Okay,
that's
him.
what it is.
Yep.
The old man who jumps off the cliff, breaks his legs, then he was hit in the head with a hammer. Like probably 30 seconds later. That's two.
Multiple times.
Yeah. Well, he dies the
It's not
first.
like he's feeling
he
the,
dies
the
the
second
first
or
one.
third.
All right, so
one.
there's two, and then, who Mark? What's Mark? I mean, not Mark. Christian's death in a bear suit, burned alive.
In a bear suit, burned alive. Josh just gets smacked over the head with the same mallet that kills the old
All
guy.
right, Josh isn't bad. What about Mark?
We don't know how Mark
All right,
dies,
so-
but he gets his face skinned off.
All right. So 4 deaths. We'll leave Mark out.
So who do we think is the worst?
The worst one,
What? So number one being the worst.
bear burning alive is definitely the worst.
I don't think so. I think for me, personally, number one has to be the old man's legs snapping.
Nah.
No, that's the best one, man.
What?
Are you kidding me?
If you had to die
The
anyway in
adrenaline
that
rush.
movie,
Four deaths. Okay.
Wait, who? How? Oh, I think Simon's the
Also-
worst. Simon's got to be the worst.
He's
Quick
slow.
note.
He's just slow and painful.
Simon has to.
Oh yeah,
be the
Simon's
Quick
the
note,
worst.
though.
He's slow and painful.
Simon, Christian, Mark, Josh.
Simon,
Or no,
Christian.
old man, Mark, Josh.
Simon, Christian. What was yours?
Simon, Christian, old man that jumps off the cliff, Mark, Josh. Well, can't really mark.
No Mark.
Mark-
We don't know Mark.
Yeah, I can't mark because we don't know how Mark died.
Guy jumping off the cliff.
I hope he got laid like he was supposed to. Probably didn't.
probably not.
Probably not.
Also, quick note: it is not the Iron Cross. It's something completely different. My
Nope.
bad.
Whoops.
But it's called
It
the
sounds-
Blood Eagle.
Oh,
The Blood Eagle.
That's
That
what it's
sucks.
called.
Yeah, but the old man jumping off the cliff, like he probably was going through adrenaline. Also,
Yeah,
like,
I said the adrenaline rush.
No way, because
Like,
he's
I don't
okay.
recommend
Hold
it,
hold
but-
on. There's no adrenaline that is coming.
I know,
Like, he's screaming in
you
pain.
Your rank. What's your ranking of the 4 deaths?
Okay.
4 like big deaths.
We could
know.
dispute this all day long. So yeah, so I would say number one for me is the old man.
Worst one. Okay.
Worst one, because he's screaming in pain. Like there's no way adrenaline was covering up what that felt like. And he
Yeah.
also gets bashed in the head with the hammer like five times.
But only felt the first one probably. But yeah, go on.
So we got old man number one for me. Number two, I'd probably say Christian in the bear costume. 'Cause you're getting burnt alive,
Oh.
and you
You
just
can't do
you
shit.
can't do shit about it.
I think he's held.
It was-
That's horrible.
It's probably already hot inside the bear.
Number three, I put Josh, because if you remember correctly, Josh gets hit in the back of the head with that same hammer, and
He's
is like
shaking on the
shaking
ground.
and like making weird noises. That man felt and was still alive, dude. That sucked.
Yeah.
And
Couldn't
then we
have
don't know
felt
how Mark dies, so maybe Mark. I'll put him there. But yeah.
But Simon.
And then
You think being blood eagled is the not the
no,
least
that's tough,
bad
that's tough.
way to die?
See, that's tough. That's tough because they're all terrible. They're all
Yeah,
terrible.
honestly, this movie was just like
You'd rather be
showcasing ways to
flayed
die.
than hit
Really
with a
bizarre.
hammer.
Okay, how about this? Can I do a quick little